What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Holy Potatoes! We're in space. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here today as we play this lightweight little, management slash FTL-like game. It's a fun little title, though. I mean, from what I've played so far, I've played about 10 hours into the game. I've played quite a bit. I actually got addicted to this one and just, played nonstop. However, from what I've played, I've enjoyed it. There are little things here and there. We'll talk about those as we get to them. But for the most part, fun little game. Fun, funny little game. See, we can't upgrade. See, what I really want to do is I want to go to the parts shop, and I wanted to upgrade to Command Console Level 3. That's what I really wanted. But life doesn't give me the things I want, kids. Life doesn't give me the things that I want. So, we live with what we've got. We live with what we've got. You can skip these upgrades, and I think jump to the higher level ones. I think on the next map you can go straight into a level 3 if you want, but it might help you out a little bit to have the stuff right now. I don't know, things like the fuel tank. I would skip levels on that because you don't need every single iteration of the fuel tank. It needs an extra 40 to 50 to even matter in the first place, considering each travel is normally about 18 to 23. That being said, though, there are some things that are really good upgrades at level 1 and level 2 and whatnot. I'd probably skip hull reinforcement and go up to 3. Let's go ahead and get the research lab created. Let's get the training area created so that you can see what those look like. Now, the training area is right here, so you send your little guys in, and if they're not working on anything, you drop them into there, and they've already mastered that, so you would give them a task or whatever to learn a new skill, whatever you have the money for, and they'll spend the next couple days working on it. Alternatively, this is the research room. You can take somebody and slap them in here, and they can start researching things that are better for your ship. So, for example, something like Repair Crew 1 heals 2 of your weapons by 15% at the end of each combat encounter. That extra 50 HP, if you have 4 combats in a row, actually adds up to pretty much healing the entire HP of the item in an entire map. So just something to think about. There are a bunch of cool things in here, though, that you will want to think about researching at some point or another. It's just right now it doesn't really matter all that much. Let's travel. I'm of the opinion that we should go... Oh, I don't know. I want to focus on plasma because I never have enough plasma, so we'll go over to this planet. We'll see what's going on here. Every planet has different events for you to play around with. Hopefully this one ends up being a fun one. That planet has a serious crack in it. That planet may need to go and see a body repair specialist just to make sure, unless those are rivers. They might be rivers. It's hard to tell from this distance, you know. Also, in cartoon space, rivers look like cracks. It is what it is. Let's explore. I'm going to do the kitty thing pretty soon, but not right now. I want to make sure we get a good grip of exploration in to make some money before we go into the kitty quest, but we will get it done in this episode. There's a gas station up ahead. Looks kind of dodgy, though. Yeah, let's just move on. They leave the gas station behind and continue on their journey. I don't need gas anyways. And if it's dodgy, meh. I don't see the point. Cassie, that's a pretty big asteroid in our way. Let's blast our way through, or we could just go around it. Let's blast it because we're badass like that. They blast their way through the asteroid and fly through the hole. Along the way, they reel in pieces of broken asteroid and add them to the resource bin. Yay, we got some poo. Asteroid dookie. So I guess it'd be ASS-teroid. Asteroid poo. See, how come his ship looks so much more... I like my ship, don't get me wrong, but his ship looks pretty rad. So we'll want to... Oh, it's raining. Removes burn every single turn. Okay. Fire! Make ready! Fire on the flat cannon! Flat cannon, return fire! There we go. And so now we're going to double fire on the flat cannon. There we go. That's going to force him to fire missiles. Missiles kind of suck. They kind of hurt. So, you know, things to concern yourself with. However, I'll put that on slot 1 for right now. We're going to unload on them. We're going to unburden our gun booties all over their faces. So that's 215 damage if I could do math today. He swapped targets on us like the little bastard that he is. The AI is pretty astute about not attacking things that are shielded if it can help it. He wants to bribe us with $700. I'll take it. We should come out with about 1,000 right there. Yeah, and a boom barrage. So about 1,500 for that battle. Not bad. Oh, there's little droplets coming down the screen right there. I never noticed that before. Cassie and Faye spot a lone ship floating in space. They inch their ship closer to take a look. Doesn't look like it's moving at all. Has it broken down or something? It looks like one of those really old ships we used to see in the museums Gigi brought us to. It's sending a distress signal. Apparently, it's the Mary Celeste. Mary Celeste, I've heard of that ship. It's been missing for years. What's it doing here? Apparently, that's where it went missing. They stare at the ship drifting slowly past the bridge. A shiver goes up their backs. Faye looks over to Cassie. Want to find out? Hell yeah, I do. Let's go. They dock with the Mary Celeste and enter the ship. As they walk through the airlock, the first thing that struck them was that the ship is silent and empty. Cassie and Faye walk forward warily, looking for any signs of life in the ship. The ship intercom suddenly buzzes back to life. Bzzzt. Get out. You have to get out. Before they come, you got to get out. As the intercom buzzes out, a slight fog begins to curl around their feet. Strange scratching noises begin to echo down the hallways before them. Cassie and Faye immediately flee back to their ship and fly away as fast as possible. As they fly away, Faye realizes that in their scramble to get out, she accidentally grabs some pieces of junk. She throws it in the resource bin. Not bad at all. That's actually probably around $1.50 worth of resources. Not bad at all. Not bad for a moment. Exploration complete, and we're going to see if we got even more, because we just completed the planet. So there it is. We got a ton of resources from that planet. Didn't make a lot of money. We got pretty good resources from it. My next suggestion would be that we complete the objective. Needle in a haystack, Faye. We're never going to find it at this, found it. What the spud? How? Whenever space-time is bent for a body to warp, tiny gravitational eddies are left in its wake. They are practically invisible and extremely hard to locate. Fun factoid, that's actually the sequel to the show Ed, Edd and Eddy. They become anti-gravitational and they become, well, gravitational eddies. But I, being me, awesome, intelligent and all, definitely don't forget humble, have managed to pinpoint the exact location of the last known eddy. It's on Dion, Cass, and that's not too far. We need to hurry. Dion, huh? Yeah, let's go. So off to Dion we go. Let's travel. Where is Dion at? Dion. That's Galatea. That's Halamede. Ah, Dion is close. Close is good. Although with regards to how much is it going to take us to get there? 20 fuel. We're going to have to explore, so that takes us up to 32 to get back to here, and then we would have to spend money to get back to port, I think. In fact, as of right now, we don't really have the fuel to make this happen without getting towed back to the hub, but we'll make it work. We'll go this way. Off we go to Dion to finish off what we have to finish off. Alright, so let's explore the planet. Not a whole lot of other things to do in this particular case, so I would recommend we just get it moving. How much is it going to cost me to get the research for repair crews? 2,800. Put them on it right now because that's one of the more useful. That's absolutely one of the more useful researches. So there it is. 2,800 bucks well spent. Make sure you're spending money. This game is a timed race, so you always want to be working on something if you can. 12 fuel right there. It'll take us 20 to get back to the previous location, which will leave us with 15 left maybe. We won't go soft on you. I bet you won't. I'm not going to go soft on you either. Fire! Ooh, big crit right there. He's going to fire a missile back. That's going to go to the center console right there. Let's get him started off. Let's get him started off. I'm going to start by defending slot 2, though, because I don't really care about my hull. Perfecto. Guns out. Take a little bit of damage right there. It's not that bad, though. We will continue firing. And that's going to be their second battlecruiser part broken. We will take their surrender. They will give us cash. We will allow them to maintain their life. And we will move on to the next encounter in pursuit of Space Kitties. Space Kitty, meow meow. A large blue box with the words police box on it phases into view in front of Cassie and Faye. Potato in a tweed suit steps out of the box, and his face splits into a big grin when he spots Cassie and Faye. Cassie, Faye, good to see you again. The potato smiles at him enthusiastically, and Cassie and Faye look at him in confusion. Who are you? Don't remember me? Oh, wait, this is because it's before I met you. So I know the two of you, but you don't know me yet, but you haven't met me before. I've already met you, and you are meeting me for the first time right now. Upon seeing Cassie's utterly confused expression, he waves it off. Don't worry about it. It's complicated. This timey-wimey stuff. Ah, yes, there's something really important that I need you to do for me. I need you to hold on to this thing. Give it back to me when you meet me again for the first time. When I meet you for the first time, and you meet me for not the first time, you get it? The strange potato takes a long item out of his coat pockets and looks at Cassie and Faye with a bright grin. Yeah, I think I do. Excellent. I knew you would get it, Faye. He smiles and hands the strange item to Faye, who tucks it into a pocket. Cassie's head swivels between the two of them and a look of utter confusion on her face. I need to be off. I'll see you two again someday. Maybe it'll be for the first time for me. Faye waves him off as he disappears into the police box and it starts humming and fading away. What just happened? A sonic hammer +1. I have a sonic spork, so I assume that's a Doctor Who reference. Stop fiddling with that. You're going to drop. It'll be fine, Faye. Don't worry. Whoops. The figurine that Cassie was idly toying with flies out of her hands and lands in a nearby fountain with a splash. Faye sighs, rolls her eyes, and gives her sister an I told you so look. No! As Cassie mourns the loss of her battered, albeit limited edition Pirate Sun figurine, a beautiful fountain spirit rises out of the fountain holding 3 figurines. Are you the one who so abruptly disrupted my slumber? Now, which of these did you drop in here so rudely? The gold, the silver, or, the slightly battered one? The slightly battered one? The fountain spirit smiles. You have proven yourself in the face of temptation, young spud. Well done. The fountain spirit begins to hand the figurine to Cassie, but the figurine slips out of her hands. It lands on the ground with a crack and breaks into multiple pieces. No! Whoops. Let's see what I can do to make up for that. While Cassie once again mourns the loss of her precious figurine, the fountain spirit presents her with a new weapon blueprint as an apology for breaking it. We've got the Pacifist, level 1. The Pacifist is kind of a Nerf gun. You fire it and it lowers their attack power. It's okay. It's not my favorite. Cassie, we got a trade request. Patching in the transmission. Hey, Captain, we're in severe need of ore and bio-waste, and we'll even give you more plasma than you'll give us. 3 ore and 4 bio-waste for 12 plasma. Pretty good deal, if I say so myself. Well, what about 5 ore for 9 plasma? Can't say we want all that much ore, but beggars can't be choosers. Deal. Thank you for the business. Exterminate. Exterminate. Cassie and Faye hear a robotic voice sounding through the marketplace. That doesn't sound very friendly. They definitely are not friendly. In fact, they are my mortal enemies. Wait, what? Cassie and Faye turn around to see the strange potato in the tweed crouching behind them and peering over their shoulder, his eyes darting around frantically. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Faye. It's been a while, hasn't it? What are you doing? Hiding from my mortal enemies, of course. Could you help me get back to the TARDIS? I need to avoid them and get out of here. Okay, where is it? He points Cassie and Faye in the direction of the TARDIS, and they make their way over, hiding behind their backs. The robotic voice gets further and further away until they don't hear it. Whew, I think they're gone. Thanks for the help. He runs back to the TARDIS and slips inside the police box. He quickly pops his head out again. You do still have that thing I gave you, right? Right? Good. Just checking. He slips back inside and shuts the door, and the TARDIS makes a few whooping sounds and fades away from view. Exploration complete, I guess. I assume that holding onto that object will be useful in some capacity. So we've got a key item. It's not a key, it's a hammer, but I get what you're trying to say. We got 38 plasma, which is great because I'm always out of plasma, so that works out fantastically well. It's 1 soul later, so we can complete our objective. There it is! It's larger than I... Holy spud, that's a fat cat. Well, I found it. You're up. Catch it. I got this. You think I didn't come prepared? Think again. Where'd I put it here? You can have space pork chops. That seems like the kind of thing that a kitty would like. Got some leftovers from the cruise cabinet. Figured we needed bait. Let's just hope it's into whatever you're feeding it. Here you go, little buddy. Whoa, watch the fingers. Nom 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 nom. Wait a second. Those were my space pork chops. You eat way too much. Stop complaining. Gotcha, you little runt. Yeah. Whoa, what the spud? Get that net off of her, Faye. Oh, that's electrically charged. I can't. Ha! Dr. Gloom will be pleased that we caught this vermin at last. He'll be excited to begin prepping the test labs. It's Helmut Nessingswery, which is a play off World of Warcraft's Helmut Nessingswery, who hunts animals. Who are you, and what are you going to do to it? I am Helmut Nessingswery, best hunter in the Eclipse. And we are going to find out what makes this kitty tick. Heh. Dr. Gloom will cut it open. It's the only way we can get a closer look. He believes this kitty is the key to taking warp tech to the next level. I like the Battletoads eyes that she does right there. You thought I didn't notice. That's definitely when the Battletoads boss shows up, like the stilt walkers, and you're like, ah! Hiss. Thanks for finding it for us, but we'll be leaving now. Step back, kiddos. Over our dead bodies. Poor choice of words. Light 'em up. And so here's our first boss. Let's go. Drain them cages, boys. We're gonna need all the firepower we can get. Time to test out this new tech. So we've got to bust the cages open and save the creatures. Don't let him do anything bad to them. Well, off we go. Hope for a crit. No crit, so we're not that lucky. You won't be able to break them all. Probably not. Probably not. I've never been able to break them all in all the times that I've tried. I think we'll probably need a double pump right there. Yeah, unfortunately so. They'll fire somewhere else if they can't get that one and we, like, miraculously crit it open or whatever, but yeah, that's what I figured. He's going to... You can turn off those animations if you don't like them. If you do like them, by all means, keep them on. It's your call. With that Fortify going up, though, it's going to be really, really hard to break these open. Like, seriously, he's actually pretty much halved our damage. Draining completes in 1 turn. There we go. Energy transfer complete. Time to show you the power of distilled energy. Alright. I mean, on the plus side, he really doesn't have a whole lot of ways to fight us here. We've got the DPS advantage pretty hardcore. Little damage right there. Let's go ahead and light him up. I may leave the flat cannon up and running so that I can work on... Well, I don't know. A little caustic venom should get the job done. Viper strike! I do like these little animations. They're kind of... Oh, never mind. Caustic venom apparently makes me bad at killing stuff. That went to the hull, but it was nothing to worry about. We're going to fire this next time over at his hull to try and deal some damage here. I don't want to disable all of his weapons because then he'll ram me. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work everything down to just barely damaged, including this gun. And then once that's done, what we'll do is we'll DPS the gun and the ship down simultaneously. I'm going to swap that over to the 2 slot because we have plenty of hull, but our guns are looking a little bit the worse for wear. A little bit more damage out, 225 there. Nice little genre of damage, I guess. All right, 215 each time around means we got 3 turns left until it's dead. That leaves us with decent supply to get it done. We'll be all right. So there, oh, with the crit, cool. Little caustic venom going out, so that's going to be a nerf to us. If you guys end up not liking the animations, let me know in the comments down below. You should always be leaving me lots of comments anyways, because that's how YouTube works now. YouTube works based on how many comments a channel gets rather than any other tangible resource. That's how YouTube decides who the winners and losers are, basically. So even if it's a comment that doesn't mean anything, just leave it anyways, you know? What are you going to do? Them's the ropes, and them's the way the game goes. A little bit of damage out right there. He's going to charge us. Woo! With collision course, he's going to kill himself on accident by ramming us, so I suppose that's what he gets. Victory for us. What did we get out of this? We got one of my favorite weapons, which is the Hop Scorcher. The Hop Scorcher is pretty dope. Basically, it's a laser that bounces in between the enemy's parts. It's kind of like a lightning gun. We also got $5,000 for beating him. Not bad at all. 1 soul later, 9 souls left. She's still working on that research over there. Complete our objective. Ugh, the good doctor's gonna hear about this. Faye, did you manage to find the space cat? Is it hurt? Scanning for it right now. We'll find it. It must have warped away when we were busy with that idiot. Wait, what was that? Pretty sure it came from the engine room. Clip stowaways, maybe? Those losers just don't know when to quit. Alright, who's there? Come out now. Don't test my patience. On the count of, Nyah. Nyah. Oh, what's going on here? What are you up to in the engine room, little kitty? Ouch, no scratching. Bad kitty. The warp drive core seems to be absorbing whatever essence the space cat has to it. This essence probably just needed a conduit to stay active, and it somehow ended up in the space cat. Or maybe it was put there by someone in the first place. Well, the warp drive seems to have sapped it all, so it probably won't be able to warp anymore. Can we, no. I know what you're thinking. No. But we can't just leave her here all alone. Those Eclipse Spud Butts won't stop coming after her. When did it start becoming a her? Don't anthropomorphize her. Arg. It meant it. They'll dissect her and do weird things to her. We can't let that happen. We're responsible for her now. Nah. What are we going to name her? Kitty's name will be Puddlebutt the Third. Don't ask what happened to Puddlebutt 1 and 2. Puddlebutt the Third it is, but you don't know what you're getting yourself into, Kitty. Let's go, Puddlebutt the Third. Thanks to you, the warp drive is working better than ever. Yeah. Any idea where we're headed to next? Nope, we'll just hit warp and see how far it takes us. I bet that helmet guy isn't the only Eclipse Goon squad here. We should just get out. Ready to go, Puddlebutt the Third? Yeah. Spud, yeah, that's our kitty. That is indeed our kitty. So in traveling, it's going to cost 20 to get to there. We could try. It's worth a shot to see if we've got 17 to get back home. If not, at least it'll be cheaper when they tow us back into port, so it can't be that bad. As far as travel goes, can we get there? 19. No, we cannot. Not enough fuel. So what I would recommend is that we explore here. That'll take us down by 12. We might get the gas station mechanic. If we get the gas station mechanic, that'll buy us out of this problem. And then worst case scenario is that we have to tow ourselves back anyways. Oh no, there's a traffic jam up ahead. Can't tell what's causing it though. Well, let's go around. Or we can wait it out, whatever. They wait in the traffic jam, inching forward slightly. The traffic jam resolved itself quicker than expected, and they managed to make it through with minimal delays. Whoo! That was lucky. Thanks, Spud, it wasn't as bad as it seemed. Who knew that there would be traffic jams in three-dimensional flight space? Crazy. Uh-oh. A familiar disco song intensifies, and a blinding white light engulfs the ship. Shielding her eyes, Cassie yells over the music. Ah, it's the Space Cats again! What do we do this time, Faye? Faye grins smugly. I got a plan. We can lure them in with oars, we can disable their guns, or we can make cat noises. Obviously, we should make cat noises. Go on, quickly! Faye eggs Cassie on to do her best cat noise. Cassie sighs and goes, Nyah! Space cats are momentarily stunned by the obvious fake cat noises and exchange cautious looks. The pounding techno space cat jam stops abruptly and an awkward silence ensues. Space cats slowly pull their ship into reverse and warp away. Faye bursts into a fit of laughter. Perfect! To fend off horrible music and sounds, we throw some back. Cassie frowns and twiddles her thumbs. Thought it was a pretty good cat noise. You won't go soft on me, huh? You on that Viagra life. I got you. I get it. I won't go soft on you. Well, then you don't be disappointing ladies. Oh, shit, I've been hit with a missile. Oh, well, it kind of missed, but it still dealt damage, weirdly enough. Fire back! That's right, we bust back at the Nerd Castle. We don't wait for them to shoot at us. We try to get, we're just blah, 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 blah. We get them. We line them up and clack them. Fast track them down to Hades' lair. Damn, they are working that gun. They are not being gentle. Put that on slot 1 for the next fight, just in case. He wants to escape for $850. I'm obliged to allow him so that we can make that money. We got an Apollo missile level 1. What else we got going on this planet? Anything deadly? Cassie and Faye are on their way back to their ship when they notice an old lady has fallen down and her groceries are scattered everywhere. Help her! Cassie races to the old onion lady's side and helps her while Faye picks up the groceries. They escort her back to her house where her son gives them $500. Not a bad day's pay for helping an old lady. Shit, I'd be helping old ladies all day every day if there's $500 in it. I don't want to sound greedy or anything. I'm just saying, $500, $500. That's rent-paying money. Oh, good. Repair crews are done. That'll actually help out a lot in the future, too. So we got $7,700, and unfortunately, we're going to have to get towed back to the main sector. We have 7 souls left. Kind of sucks. But that should be enough for us to do a little bit more exploration before we bounce to the next zone. So, all is not lost. My name is Splattercat. We're out of time for the day. This is Holy Potatoes. We're in space. I will see you on the next episode. Get the game for yourself down below if you like it. If not, well, we'll be cycling games pretty soon. Bye-bye, everybody.